Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf live right now. Um, I'm hoping to get some things done tonight. Finally. Let me let you guys know I'm on live now. I don't know if anybody's gonna be up this late listening to me. Unfortunately, I still don't have. The good news is I got the setup to run the phone line to my mixer, but it's not for the mixer I plan on using yet. Although I probably should bring it up here, but in the main studio, which I might tomorrow or whenever I can get this thing off the road again here. But anyway, to make a long story short, I got something to read to you tonight. So let me go ahead and open up the show. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for All to Hear with DJ Wolf. Again, here's DJ Wolf. Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't even know if you can hear that. Hell, I couldn't even hear it. I couldn't even hear it through my monitors. Hold on. Let me try something right quick. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for All to
You
Hear
can hear that time.
with DJ Wolf. Again,
Well, I hope everything's working.
here's
I hope it is. Hey, but anyway, to make a long story short, guys, this is your boy DJ Wolf here. Music ain't playing through there. It's not. It's not. Guys, hold on a second. Because it's supposed to be playing through there. Let me try it this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for All to Hear
Hey.
with DJ Wolf. Again, here's DJ Wolf. Ladies and gentlemen.
Live is your boy DJ Wolf. Yes. Anyway, I'm on. It's your boy DJ Wolf in the house. In the Southern Maryland Studios. Coming your way live. Got a couple things in my mind. Yes. D D D D D D D J Wolf. All right, guys. Didn't quite come off like I wanted to on here, but I had to adjust some things here. This your boy DJ Wolf live, coming to you live from Southern Maryland studio out here in beautiful Southern Maryland on the DMV side of the game in PG County. All right. Got something to read to you that I saw. Let me adjust this mic right quick here. Hold on a second, guys. Something I was actually looking at on Facebook a couple of nights ago from a friend of mine over in Cleveland. And she had to post this up. And it was talking about, and this is what it says. I guess it's advice. I should have posted it as this. Advice for your children's safety. And I'm going to call this street safety for your kids. That's what it says. And this was posted by a friend of mine on Facebook a couple of nights ago. I had to print it out. That's what it says. Because, and the reason why I'm reading this is because our kids should know this. Our kids are the ones, our kids and any kids, children of color, really, should know this. Because our kids are the ones that are always harassed all the time. Not only by Caucasian people, but people of our own ilk or our own color, and they tend to do that a lot anyway. All right, well, here we go. It says, had to pound rule number 7. It's a whole thing of it anyway, into all 3 of my children's heads. That's what she says, my friend. That one was don't be listening to your headphones. You got to hear stuff. It says hashtag law. I think that's a law in Cleveland. Well, anyway, let me get through it. I think it's mainly you can't walk around with headphones on while you're walking around the streets like that. Something to do with it. Anyway, it says, pass this on, please. Rules to surviving in Cleveland hoods. Now, this don't apply just to Cleveland. This applies down here in the DMV and other places around the country too, other cities as well. Rules to surviving in the hood. Don't sit in cars kicking it. Hashtag law. That's one of the things I used to tell my son about growing up as well. Rule number 2. Get everything you need and get to your destination. In other words, don't be messing around, farting around, trying to hang out, hanging and slaying, all that stuff, other stuff. That's the one thing you should advise your kids on. Because even back in the day when my folks had me go to the store and stuff, I go to the store, if I see somebody I know for about a minute on my way home, drop it off, and then I'll probably go hang out with them later on. But otherwise, nowadays, man, with where stuff is going on, just get what you need, get to your destination. Even as done, I do that sometimes. I just go, maybe go to the mall or something and do a couple things and ride on back. I ain't trying to hang out all night. That ain't me. Them days for me is over. That was over years ago. All right. Number 3 says, and this is a good one too. Keep your eyes and ears open. Watch your surrounding instead of running your mouth. Other words, the same thing applies like number 2. Don't mess around. Be aware of your surroundings and know what's happening at all times. Number 4, know who you're hanging with and what they're up to. Excuse me, it's late. Hashtag law. Now, that's a good one to follow, too, because your situation depends on the company you keep. And that can make for strange bedfellows when you're on the streets. That can make a difference when you stay above float, head above water, or drown. Sink or swim, basically. Number 5, and all these rules, by the way, apply to the adults as well as kids. Number 5, Google numbers. Order your food ahead of time. Don't sit in local spots. Number 6, track the bus if you have to ride it. That bus stop stuff is dead. I totally agree with that. Years ago, back in the day, you could do that, nobody would be trying to act stupid on you now. Nowadays, niggas are trifling. So I totally agree with number 6. It also says, if it does not look safe, always walk a block up. Even back in the day, I used to do that. I'd do that anyway. Just because I didn't feel like waiting at the bus stop. I could probably be in my destination by the time I got finished waiting at that bus stop all day. You know. But that's a good point. Number 7. Don't be listening to your headphones. You got to hear stuff. #law. That's a good point, too. Headphones can be a distraction. I even see people driving sometimes with both headphones on their head while they're driving. You know, people are retarded anymore, man. And I ain't trying to make fun of retarded by saying that. But you got normal people who supposed to be normal, but they act stupid. And I see them doing it all the time. Number 8. Don't sit and watch when people getting rowdy. Keep it moving. In other words, don't sit there and watch the fight. If at all, don't get in the way of it. You know, if it becomes into a situation where it gets dangerous, you know, get out of the way and get some help. Or just get out of the way. Depends on how bad it is. But basically just get out of the way. Number 9. If you get into a confrontation, accesses. Excuse me. This is number 9. If you get into a confrontation, assess your situation first before you snap. You never know what a person got on them or what they got on their mind as well. Forget being tough. Make it back home. I've been in those situations like that many times over. And that is something to think about. There's fights I've literally had to walk away from. You know, where I got to that point, even when I was in the military. You know. But I tend to agree with that. Matter of fact, I almost got into a fight about 4 years ago at a park with some guys. And I had to walk away from it. Seriously. Because it was about to get ugly. But, so, and I don't believe in violence like that, man. I really don't. I abhor violence. I really denounce it. And I'm not a violent person. I'm not necessarily a violent, loving person. That's all when I watch occasional movies. But real life, no. I do not condone it at all. Number 10, if something don't look right, trust your instinct. That's true. If you hear gunshots, get down quickly until it stops. I totally agree. Don't put yourself in the line of fire. By all means. Number 11, don't loiter in front of the house like an easy target. Don't run unless someone is shooting at you. Yeah, that's also a lesson to follow. Yeah, loitering is something that's a bad habit black people do all the time, especially young black people. Love loitering around from people's houses, apartments, stores, shopping centers, restaurants, clubs, and coffee houses like Starbucks, because I used to see it happen out this way, which is probably why they closed it. Number 12. When in public, keep your face out of your phone and your phone hidden out of your face. Keep that $500 object, period. In other words, if you don't have to show your phone around out in public, best you don't. For a number of reasons. I mean, I was in a situation where, you had people like, okay, I borrow your phone, making phone calls. That's happened 3-4 times in my life, and that's something I really don't trust, because the minute somebody see you with a phone and they want to borrow it, the next thing you know, when they want to talk all day on the motherfucker, and that's happened to me. I used to live in District Heights a long time ago, District Heights, Maryland, which is probably about 15 miles from where I live now. But anyway, this is the weird part about it, was this young girl wanted to borrow my phone. I was on my way out the house, and I think they knew that too. And they sat on the damn phone for 20 minutes. I'm like, I gotta get to work. I had the damn snatch the phone about the hand. I gotta go. Niggas trifling like that. There was this young girl I was at my son was playing football, Warriors Girls Club, many years ago. And I'm talking to somebody, and this girl comes stand, talking about, can you use that phone? I said, sure. Borrow my phone. She was on my phone about 10 minutes. What talking about that? On my damn phone. And then about a couple of years ago, somebody wanted me to call somebody for them, and then they got on the phone and they spent 15 minutes on my damn phone. That's why, like, black people, this is 2017. Get your own goddamn phone. You could buy a phone for $5 at the daggone 7-Eleven. Pay phone. Pay as you go phone. So you pay for it. You want to pay, make another phone call? Pay for it again. With a card. Leave my shit alone. All right? So, you see me, whatever, don't borrow my goddamn phone. Don't even ask me. Forget about it. All right. Number 13. Take those hoodies off your head. It's about perception and awareness. You need full sight out there, which is true. When you're walking around with a hoodie on your head, the only thing you see is the front. You don't see the back. You don't see the sides. Okay, now said with that. Last but not least, don't mix being cautious with being scary. Okay? That's a big point, good point, because I am somewhat of a very cautious person. I don't like to throw caution out to the wind too much. I rarely do that. But you have people who tend to think because you're cautious that you're a punk or something else, because you like to think things out. In other words, think before you act. A lot of us don't do that. We just tend to throw all caution to the wind. So again, it says, don't mix being cautious with being scary. Forget what somebody thinks. Make it back home to your family. It says towards the bottom, it says, you never know in the streets of, like I said, it could be anywhere in the country, but in this case, this is for my hometown. You never know in the streets of Cleveland. Anybody else got inputs posted? So, okay, it says also, I copy and pasted this to my wall. The saddest thing ever, but also the truest. It is no joke out here. Be careful, men, women, and children. Hashtag peace. I have to agree with that. There's a lot of mess going on anymore. And people don't take the time to teach the kids about the ins and outs of the streets. It doesn't care about what background you came from, what city you live in. It's time to teach our kids about the dangers of the streets, man. The streets now is not like what it was when I was growing up. Nothing like it, period. And there's a lot of stuff out there in the world that just ain't right no more. It's not. That makes me very sad thinking about it. I was thinking about, talking about Don Rickles that passed away. And I was at work, and I was reading about it, and I literally, tears streaming down my face, because Don Rickles was one of my favorite comedians. He was one of my all-time favorites. He really was. He was that good. If you young people out there don't know anything about Don Rickles, I'll tell you one thing about him you would know. You know how everybody liked the Joan? Don't people all the time play the dozen? Don Rickles was one of the originators of that. I said one of the originators, you know. But he actually brought to a national prominence. They call it insult comic. That's basically what he was. But see, you had black comics that was doing that too. But Don Rickles, as far as I'm concerned, perfected it and brought it more out in the mainstream. You know. I will say that. But he was a pro at it. Not too many white comedians could pull it off the way he did. Now, I got to give him credit for that. Not too many. Very, very rare. Rickles just did it in a way where he's just, hey, it's just funny. You know. And he did it, you know, he did it out of love, man. He did it, you know, make people happy. And I enjoyed that, man. You know. He was constantly one of them crazy comedians anyway, whether he was in movies or TVs or talk shows or whatever. I enjoyed it. I really did. You know, I grew up on Rickles for the last 50 some odd years, man. That was my dude. Yeah. So I'm sad to see him go. But, you know, he had a long life, man. 9 years, man. My hats off to him. Wow. But the thing of it is, though, you know, I think this world is lacking love, man. I heard about the message going on with Donald Trump and sending out those missiles and all that. It's like, nobody gives a fuck about people no more, man. And really, I'm thinking, you know, Syria ain't the only country that had atrocities against its people. America did too, by the way. I will say that. But I get to that another time. We all know about that story, you know. But you have dozens of African countries. Like, look, what's going on with Darfur. I'm on that mess going on now with Sudan. The Sudan. You know, out there. I don't hear Donald Trump talking about that. I don't hear him talking about one relief program to help them people. Not one. But yet, I care about the babies in Syria. What about the babies in Africa, too? You know? Or how about that? Well, Boko Haram with the, you know, kidnapping them girls. What about that? Trump? What you gonna do? Trump? Talking this bullshit. Trump? You know? Well, I'm gonna end it right now. But I got more podcasting to do later on. Besides, I'm tired. But yeah, keep love on your mind, man. And I don't mean necessarily in a sexual way. I'm talking about in a positive, caring way about others other than yourself. Because like I said before, this thing was serious, nothing but politics, just like everything else. You know, because if you really about the people, this would go well beyond politics. This would be about humanitarian relief. But the way I see it, it's just the same old song. It's DJ Wolf. Of course, questions or comments on anything I've talked about, feel free to contact me for all to hear on Twitter, for all to hear on YouTube. Of course, I can also be reached on Facebook at DJ Wolf Live. And my YouTube channel is YouTube Live. I'm sorry, I must be halfway. Is DJ Wolf Online at yahoo.com. And I can my podcast, of course, can also be heard on Spreaker.com, and blogtalkradio.com. For blogtalkradio.com, it'd be for all to hear with DJ Wolf / Oh, that is it. It's blogtalkradio.com / for all to hear. Spreaker, it's Spreaker.com / DJ Wolf. All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf. That's all I got. I'm out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for all to hear with DJ Wolf.